Body Bags, where horror lies.
What's up, guys? This is Kyle over here at BodyBags. I'm actually going to be the new Tuesday guy for BodyBags. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll be doing a lot of reviews. Right now we're just doing, pretty much any kind of reviews. So I hope you guys are excited about it. You'll be seeing a lot of reviews from me in the future. And cool, let me know what you guys think, about my reviews, and let me know. Oh, and also I have an original channel. If you guys didn't know, I'll leave the description in the link below. It is called the Horrorphile. So check out my actual channel and like and subscribe my stuff over there. But today I'm actually going to be doing a movie that I just recently watched that I found really interesting. So I thought I'd do a review on it as my my full-time Body Bags review start. And that movie is Wyrmwood, Road to the Dead, or originally the title was just Wyrmwood. It is a 2014 Australian horror action movie. It's kind of like a road horror movie in a way. Very, very, interesting, I guess, way to describe it. Pretty much horror action movie is the best way I can describe this movie. Zombie movie, basically. This is the directorial debut of Kaya Roach Turner, who I'm actually really interested to see some more stuff that he's going to have. Because this movie was very well directed, very well written, very well directed, very well acted. Surprisingly, it was a lot of good things out of this movie. I really, really enjoyed. The budget for this movie, this is a little tidbit about the movie. The budget was $160,000 for this movie. I found that really, really interesting because when I think about budgets for movies, I think about them, being around $1 million or something. Especially with the way this movie was directed and how well it just looked visually. And for $160,000 and for this movie to come out for a directorial debut, it was really, really visually interesting. There's very good gore effects. There's practical effects. They have, there is some CGI. The zombies look really, really cool in it. The kills, there's a huge kill count in this movie, and it's really, really cool. So yeah, but to get a little bit into the movie, I don't want to get too far into the movie, but to get into a little bit, the movie follows a mechanic. Basically, he's the main character, and he has a family, his wife, and his little daughter. The movie kind of starts out where they're in bed, they're getting in bed, they're a really close-knit family, and the daughter has her room, the parents have their room, and the daughter comes into the, start out with, they are, in the bedroom, and they're hearing all these noises and stuff, and then the husband's sister calls, and she's like, get out of the house. Let's, get as far away from here as you can. There's this outbreak and there's these people going crazy and they're biting each other and blah, blah, blah. So, as that's going on, the daughter walks into the room and she's like, Daddy, there's somebody in the house. And which, it's kind of one of those really creepy, kind of starts to a movie. You're like, there's somebody in the house. What? But yeah, she's like, there's somebody in the house. The dad gets up, and they're very concerned. The mom and the daughter stay in the bedroom, and the dad goes in the kitchen, and there's this guy eating meat, like this, rotten, not rotten, but uncooked meat out of the fridge, this zombie. And the dad turns on the light, and the zombie obviously goes crazy. The mom comes in, she starts hitting it with an axe, not killing it. Obviously with zombies, you got to cut their head off, or hit them in the head with a, basically mess up their brain. And the zombie's on top of the dad. He's like, ah, and the mom's hitting it and it's not killing it. Well, finally the dad gets up, takes a nail gun and shoots the zombie in the head. Then the movie kind of picks up right there, and they all get in the car with these gas masks on, and they got to wear gas masks because it sounds like on the radio and stuff that it's an airborne outbreak, which most of the time with zombies it is. So they're riding down the road. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the daughter's in the back seat. She takes off her gas mask, and she instantly almost turns into a zombie. it's a really quick, in this movie it seems like the you know, virus or whatever it is, it's very, very quick to take you over, basically. So the daughter, you know, takes her gas mask off, she turns into a zombie. They pull over on the side of the road, and then the mom's looking kind of sickly, and she takes her mask off. She turns into a zombie. The dad, and this is within the first 15-20 minutes of the movie, so this kind of just starts it out. The dad takes the nail gun, shoots the mom in the head, shoots the daughter in the head, and then he goes to shoot himself in the head, and he's out of nails. So, you know, that kind of starts off his story. There's a lot of characters. There's a couple of different characters in this movie. That starts off his story. Then there's a character who's like a model, you know, who is doing like a photo shoot, and like everybody in the photo shoot turns into a zombie, and she is left in this like kind of like room with all these zombies, and she kills one of them, and the other one's like, she hangs it up by a meat hook, and so it's sitting there just hanging and trying to get to her. And then you find out kind of what her story goes along with. And then there's another character, there's three main characters really. Then there's another character who's like this Indian guy, and he has these brothers, and they're going out into the woods, and they're like hunting and stuff, and they all turn into zombies except the, you know, the one guy, the one Indian guy, and he doesn't turn into a zombie, but you'll kind of have to see how these characters progress. They actually all meet up at one point throughout, you know, toward the end of the movie. But pretty much the movie is about, you know, the Indian guy and the mechanic guy. They do meet up at one point, and they kind of form this alliance with two other guys that they meet on the road, and they're just pretty much fighting zombies the whole movie, trying to figure out what's going on. There's like a place the mechanic wants to go to try to find his sister, and you'll kind of find out about that, and the government's kind of in on this whole zombie conspiracy as well. The movie's gore effects are awesome. Like, I was very floored by the gore effects in this movie. A lot of blood, a lot of kills. The kill count's high in this movie. A lot of twists. This is a quite twistful movie. It's definitely not the best zombie movie I've ever seen, obviously. I mean, Dawn of the Dead is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. But it is one of the better zombie movies I've seen, you know, within the last 5 years. I don't really see very many good zombie movies coming out, honestly. They're just kind of the same old, same old. I liked the road element to this movie, and I also liked there was somewhat of a comedic element to this movie I liked. I thought that was an awesome, you know, addition, so it wasn't so serious the whole time. Because when you get all these serious zombie movies, it just can be kind of, you know, irritating because they're just pretty much almost all the same. I would probably rate this movie a 7.5 out of 10. I highly, highly recommend if you are into zombie flicks, and you know this movie is kind of long too. It's about 2 hours, I want to say, close to it. If you're into zombie movies, if you're into really good, you know, kills and, you know, gore effects and stuff, I would recommend this movie. This movie has a really good storyline to it. You get to find out all these backstories of these three different characters, and they all come together as one toward the end, and you can see how that kind of turns out. And it's just an overall pretty decent movie. I mean, I definitely would recommend it to anybody. But Wyrmwood, Road to the Dead, this actually, another little tidbit about this, they actually got a huge reception apparently for this movie in like other countries of the world. Like I think in Australia mainly, but there was a huge reception for this movie. It was very, very well reception. They've actually already confirmed they're coming out with a sequel to this in the beginning of 2017. Which, you know, should be pretty awesome. So we got, you know, over a year left to see the, you know, to wait on that. But I thought that was pretty good. The movie was actually good enough to require, you know, for people who want a sequel. And the director is coming out with another movie before that as well, which is another horror movie, which should be pretty good. But yeah, guys, check it out. Let me know what you think of it. Like this video. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. Subscribe to my other channel at the Horrorphile. I'll leave the description, in the description I'll leave the link. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/thehorrorphilereviews. And subscribe to all the other guys in BodyBags. And until next time, peace.